experiences, you're setting your life in motion and choosing a path. Today,
within a few months of attending Wayne State, I realized the resources they had, the connections they had downtown, how many companies and businesses came to Wayne State to recruit students. So when I saw that and saw the rewards and the recognition that we get from companies downtown, I said Wayne State was the best decision that I made.
I just love being here. I live on campus, so it's a whole different experience when the first day I walked in to my freshman dorm, those are the friends that I met or the friends that I'm with today.
Wayne State was more affordable. I could live at home and I could still work, and they had a lot of classes focused on students who have jobs.
I've worked at Ford,
Constellium Automotive,
Quicken Loans,
Plant Ran and Cybersecurity Consulting.
with Honda North America.
When I went into Deloitte and I said Wayne State, everybody was excited. They love Wayne State students. They actually think that this program, the Mike Ilitch School of Business, is going to be great for the community.
so I was fortunate enough to get the Presidential Scholarship.
The Rebecca Joy Butler Memorial Endowed Scholarship.
The B-Start Scholarship.
The Warrior Business Community Housing Scholarship.
The Great Recession really took a toll on my parents. It really hindered them financially. And so I wanted to go to a place that would pay for my education.
I cannot express how beneficial that is to me. I'm the first member of my entire family to go to college, no cousins, no aunts, no one's been to university before. So the fact that I can do it practically debt-free is a huge thing.
I was able to pursue a lot more, knowing that I didn't have a lot to pay because the scholarships were there. And I think especially with me and my sister joining Wayne State almost just 2 years apart, there was a lot of bills, there was a lot of tuition to pay, and I think it helped my family at ease because we both wanted to pursue further education.
I just want to thank them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A huge thank you.
I really just want to look them in the eyes and tell them how much it means to me that they're willing to take the financial sacrifice to help further my education.
And I would just say thank you so much, not only for the money, but for giving me that confidence that I needed to keep moving and saying, yes, you are doing something right.
I met my scholarship donor at the dinner this past summer, and it's a huge impact for students who do receive it. It takes a lot of the weight off our shoulders. So having tuition taken care of, at least partially, it's huge. It's a great thing for us.
I knew when I came to law school that I wanted to be in a place where professors knew your name and that you got to know students within your classes because of the smaller class sizes. And when I was looking at schools, that's one of the reasons why I was attracted to Wayne Law.
Wayne Law is a much more professional environment, so you are much more integrated into the community and it's a much more diverse community, so that's really important for me, especially going into a legal profession.
A lot of the news headlines that you see are those that said, the Wayne was committed to the community. It wasn't just relying on its laurels here in the Midtown area, but it was looking to branch out into other areas of the city and to really make a great impact on those who needed the help the most. And so for me, I knew that that is something I could associate myself with and something that I could take a great deal of pride in, and that made me ultimately want to come join the Wayne State community.
If you're somebody who likes to have people around you, be involved in the community, find real world experience, find things that motivate you, coming to a school like Wayne State where it's in the middle of a cultural center like Detroit is important to be able to get yourself out there and do those things you want to do.
You want to be someplace where you're actually enjoying your time and where you feel like you can make that a better place, and for me that ultimately ended up being Wayne State.
Keep rolling. Keep cruising. Keep pushing. Nothing is off limits. Wheels are always turning. Change something for the better. It's not just about making a buck. It's about making a difference. I will aim higher.
Dr. Fallman.
Dear Angela.
Dear Mr. Bond.
Dear Dr. King.
Dear Mr. Hankins.
Dear Mr. Michael Horn.
Dear Mrs. Jimenez.
I had you as a middle school principal about 25 years ago now.
I had you as an AP physics teacher in high school.
I had you for math.
I had you first as my cheer coach, and then you became my mentor and friend.
I had you for psychology.
I just wanted you to know that you gave me the confidence to become a teacher.
You always went that extra mile to make sure that we as students were understanding what we needed to know in your class.
Your influence on my life helped shape the person that I am today.
You taught me that to earn respect, you must give respect.
I love your enthusiasm, I love your passion, and I love your commitment to your students as well as your job.
The way you taught your class was unique because you always gave us practice for the real world, practice for the rest of our doctoral program.
You never made me feel inferior or incapable of doing anything.
The way you coached was inspiring. You taught me to push myself, not just when competing, but in life.
You probably didn't realize it, but you've really influenced me over the years.
And you really inspired us to really push forward and push towards our passions.
You never coddled us or let us leave your classroom without comprehending the material.
Jimenez, I love you. You are like the best teacher.
So thanks to you.
Thanks to you.
Thanks to you.
Thanks to you, I was inspired to earn 2 masters, and I'm working on my PhD here at Wayne State.
I was inspired to earn a Master of Health Education degree.
I've been inspired to pursue my true interest and passion in poverty and justice.
And now I have a career teaching art to students of all ages.
I get to make students feel confident and understand that math is fun, like you did for me.
I get to work with an entire school district, with students and staff, showing them how to make education in their classroom just that much better.
You taught me that when you love your job, there's always a passion and you never have to look at the clock.
I just want to say thank you for being such a big part of my life.
I'm grateful for your support and your guidance.
Thanks for the life lessons, sir.
You helped me find my future.
So I just want to say thank you for giving me my first opportunity to teach and to seeing my opportunity to be an educator. Thank you so much.
Sincerely, Alex Bogdalski.
Tyrone Austin.
Lainey Mitchell.
Socrates Stansberry.
David Adelstein.
Tara Winton.
Therese Mars.
Aja Burks. Jimenez, get ready because graduation is coming and you are getting a ticket, front row seat, so mark your calendars.
Like some dessert?
What do you have in the way of pie?
3.14159, 26535, 89793, 23846, 26433, 83279, 50288. Thank you.
50288, 41971, 69399, 37510, 58209, 86280. 34825, 34211, 70679, 6286, 20899, 86280, 37345.
Can I change my order to cake?
86280.
Where does inspiration come from? How do you find that creative idea?
And how do you keep it alive? At Wayne State University's College of Fine Performing and Communication Arts,
inspiration is around every turn.
In every nook, on every rooftop,
and at every street corner.
You'll take what you already know and get to know it better than you ever have before.
This is where you will hone your craft because Detroit is the perfect classroom.
Creativity can't be contained in the studio,
on the stage,
or at the foundry.
It does no good just resting on an easel.
You've got to send it outside. Give it some fresh air. Take it to a few high points.
And some low ones. Take it to a busy street.
Walk it around the block.
Or to the steps that lead to something great.
And let it take in the sights.
And sounds.
And textures
of Detroit.
Our city.
It's all here.
And it's no place else but here. Because when you're looking to be inspired, you go here.
You go here.
And here. And here. And here.
And here.
This is the place that will build you up. Make and remake you.
And remake you.
Want to know how to find your inspiration?
Want to know where it begins?
It begins right here.
The College of Fine Performing and Communication Arts at Wayne State University. Be inspired.
We are Wayne State University.
We are Wayne State University.
We are Wayne State University.
We are Wayne State University, and we are changing the world.
We made an indelible contribution
to a city,
to a nation,
and to the world.
Just like we have for nearly 150 years.
We're made up of some of the smartest
and toughest, the most tenacious, persistent,
and innovative students
who have ever sought knowledge.
We live on campus. We commute.
We're local, we're national,
we're international. We're the most diverse student body in Michigan.
That's important because if you want your point of view to be understood,
you better learn to understand another's.
We've accomplished a lot in 1 year. We made an economic impact. We made a medical impact.
We made a social impact.
We made a social impact. We made a scientific
We made a scientific impact.
We made an academic impact.
We made a local impact.
We're recognized by the Carnegie Foundation
for having very high research activity.
The National Institutes of Health awards us grants
that improve the lives of thousands of
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. Thank you. At this time, we ask that you please turn off your cell phones and any other electronic devices. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to ask the platform party for this year's convocation ceremony to take their place on stage. Please welcome members of our Board of Governors, President Wilson, the administration, deans, and other honored guests. Excellent. Platform party, please be seated. Once again, good morning. My name is David Strauss, Dean of Students, and it is my pleasure to welcome all of you, not only here in this room, but in our overflow rooms and also on the World Wide Web, watching this morning's new student convocation. As part of the start of the new academic year, this ceremony gives us a chance to formally welcome our newest Wayne State University students and their families to our Warrior community. Please welcome all of our new students today. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem and remain standing for the hymn to Wayne, which will be performed by Jonathan Lash, a new faculty member in our Department of Music, and we welcome him to Wayne State. He, too, is a new warrior.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? raise grateful voices thy praise to sing. Young art thou, young and strong, renowned shalt thou live and long. Trailers to thee will throng, and fame to thee cling.
Please be seated. Thank you so much, Professor Lash. Any of you music and voice majors? That's awesome. That is one example of our outstanding faculty at this institution. This event serves as the ceremonial start for our new students, just as commencement serves as the ceremonial finish. Today is the highlight of opening week and marks the official launch of the academic year, which classes start tomorrow morning. Convocation provides us the opportunity to meet fellow students and faculty. Now, through new student orientation, parts 1, which you were at during the summer, and part 2, yesterday and today, you have become familiar with the campus. Wayne State is a large institution, and its faculty and staff are here to serve you. The university is led by a publicly elected group of men and women who form what is called the Wayne State University Board of Governors. The board is made up of 8 members who oversee the university's policies and standards and work with the president and senior administrators to ensure that you receive an excellent education and services. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the chair of the Wayne State University Board of Governors, Sandra Hughes O'Brien, who will introduce present board members and bring greetings from the board. Governor O'Brien.
Good morning, everyone. And thank you, Dean Strauss. And thank you all for being here today, and as we celebrate the start of the new academic year. On behalf of the Board of Governors, I want to thank you and welcome you to Wayne State. Wayne State University is a unique and special place. I hope you can feel, as we do, the pride, the intellect, the curiosity, and the creativity that are all an integral part of our campus. You are now a part of a much larger family. You are part of the Warrior community. There is no better day to begin your next educational journey than today, and there's no better place to do it than here at Wayne State. This institution is committed to your success. Its faculty and staff are some of the best in the world at what we do. And they are here to help you find your passion and exceed your own expectations. It may be difficult to imagine the finish line right now, but understand it will get here before you know it. Enjoy your time here. Enjoy this community. For if you jump in, truly dive in, and take advantage of everything it provides you, it will remain a very integral and important part of your life for many years to come. I would like to take a moment to introduce the other Board of Governors who are with us this morning to welcome you. I would ask that they stand as I call their names. Governor David Nicholson, who is Vice Chair of the Board. Governor Mark Gaffney. Governor Kim Trent. And Governor Dana Thompson. Again, on behalf of the entire Wayne State University Board of Governors, welcome to Wayne State University. Best wishes to each of you. Don't forget, classes start tomorrow. And go Warriors.
Thank you so much, Governor O'Brien. And now, would members of the President's Cabinet please stand? Wayne State University's administration is led by President M. Roy Wilson, who is supported by this cabinet of senior administrators, each responsible for an important area of the university. These executive officers oversee the day-to-day services and operations of the university and support the daily needs of Wayne State students, faculty, and staff. Please join me in thanking our cabinet. Please be seated. You have now met our business and administrative leaders, and now it is time to meet our academic leaders. Please welcome our provost, Dr. Keith Whitfield. The provost is responsible for the administration of the academic functions and programs of the university. Provost Whitfield will introduce you to the deans who oversee our 13 schools and colleges. Dr. Whitfield.
Well, good morning. It's rainy outside, might feel a little dampened, but we can get our spirits better than that. Good morning. Good morning. I knew you could do better. It's what you're going to strive for every day. Everyone here, your students here, are going to be starting off on this fantastic journey, this pathway to learning more, to understanding more, to interacting more. That's what Wayne State offers in terms of your education here. But even though you're individuals, you're now becoming part of a family. You've heard our Board of Governors talk about it. We'll talk about that a lot because we think about this very, very large university as one that's interconnected, one that's members of family. So to do that, sometimes you gotta talk it a little bit. So indulge me just a minute. Do me a favor and repeat after me, everybody. This means parents too, because you're a part of that extended family. So you ready? I am a warrior. One more time. I am a warrior. It is that warrior spirit that we have in our family here at Wayne State University. And it is led by a group of deans that are over colleges and over department chairs and over faculty that are, let's call them your aunts and uncles maybe, in that family. So let me introduce each one of them. If you would, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. From the School of Medicine, established in 1868, Vice President for Health Affairs, David Hefner. From the College of Education, established in 1881, Dean Doug Whitman. From the Eugene Applebaum College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, established in 1924, Interim Dean Deepak Bala. From the Law School, established in 1927, Dean Richard Birschbach. From the Graduate School, established in 1930, Dean Ambika Mather. From the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, established in 1933, Dean Wayne Raskin. From the College of Engineering, established in 1933, Dean Farshad Fatui. From the School of Social Work, established in 1935, Interim Dean Gerald Brandell. From the College of Nursing, established in 1945, Dean Lori Clabo. From the Mike Elich School of Business, established in 1946, Dean Robert Forsyth. From the School of Information Sciences, established in 1984, Dean John Cawthorn. From the College of Fine, Performing and Communication Arts, established in 1985, Dean Matt Seeger. And from the Irvin D. Reed Honors College, established in 2008, Dean Jerry Heron. Please join me in thanking them. We thank them for their incredible service to our family that are your students, your family members. The Board of Governors, the President, Cabinet members, and deans will not be attending Festival Picnic following this ceremony, but these are folks that you can contact. These are folks that you can reach out to. Please, across the year, as things come up, don't hesitate to reach out to them, but you can also reach out to me. We will be having our Festival celebration on September 5th.
September 9th and 13th.
9th and 13th. So please make sure that you join us. That's both the students and your families. We want you here. We want you to be a strong part of the Wayne State family. Thank you, and welcome to Wayne State University.
Thank you, Provost Whitfield. And as Provost Whitfield said, because of today's weather, we've had to move our activities, and toward the end of the program, I'll be giving you all those details. It's going to be really fun. We're very excited about what we have planned. I would now like to introduce Professor Lou Romano. Dr. Romano is a professor of chemistry and president of the Academic Senate. He will bring greetings from the faculty. Professor Romano.
Well, thank you, Dean Strauss. Good morning. Not so bad. I won't make you do it again. On behalf of the faculty and academic staff of Wayne State University, I'm pleased to welcome you to your new campus. Our university has over 2,700 faculty and staff who are committed to helping you achieve your academic goals. In addition to teaching and mentoring our students, our faculty are involved in state-of-the-art research in many scientific, literary, and creative fields, and we bring this diverse expertise to the classroom. Over the next few years, we hope each of you will have a chance to work with one or more of our faculty on a research project, or will seek advice regarding your coursework or your career. Now, at this point in the program, it's my pleasure to recognize the faculty who are here, who have joined us today, by asking them to rise and be acknowledged. We look forward to seeing you in class starting bright and early tomorrow morning. You have a great responsibility to take charge of your life at this very moment. Wayne State can only give you the opportunity to succeed. It is up to you to make it happen. Welcome to Wayne State University.
Thank you so much, Professor Romano. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce our Student Senate President, Norhan Hamadi. Norhan is pursuing a degree in public health and biology with a pre-med focus. Not only serving as Student Senate President, she is very active in campus through her participation in organizations like the Lebanese Student Association and the organization called ROSE, which is Recognition, Opportunities, Service, and Empowerment. Through engagement, the Student Senate would like to see more students engaged in public forums, town hall meetings, and project groups. During this academic year, Norhan and the Student Senate will collectively work together for you, your fellow students, as they work to support your student success, culminating with you walking across the stage, shaking hands with President Wilson, hearing your name at commencement as you receive your diploma in front of your family and friends. And your Student Senate and everyone on this platform and in the audience is here for you. Norhan, please join us on stage.
Hello. Thank you, Dr. Strauss, for the warm welcome. Congratulations to the class of 2021. You made it here at Wayne State. As previously stated, my name is Nuran, and I'm your student body president for the 2017-2018 school year. Now, I would like to be honest with you all. I thought about what I would write into this speech all summer, unsure of what I would say. At first, I thought I could try to tell you what your college experience should be like, but the general case is that college is a unique experience for us all. Then I thought, okay, that's exactly the point. It's not going to be perfect. You're going to accomplish a lot, but you're also going to make many, many mistakes along the way. You will find yourself making difficult decisions and having a hard time balancing life. But what I also noted to tell you is that you need to remember that you're not alone. Literally every single person in this room is going to be going through the same things as you. You're not the only person on this campus struggling, succeeding, or just trying to get through. We are a community. And I'll say it, although I am elected president of the Student Senate, I am not a perfect student at all. I struggle keeping up with extracurriculars like the Student Senate, research involvement, student organizations, and scholastic life, plus everything else that life throws at us all. I do not have the highest GPA, nor do I have the answers to student issues, but I still do it all to the best of my abilities and had to learn to hold myself accountable. And that is the one thing that I wish I had known coming in as a freshman, learning how to hold myself accountable for my success. Today, I am challenging you to question yourself and self-reflect as often as possible. For example, did you take that class because it genuinely interested you or because it was said to be easy? Did you effectively manage your time in order to study for that exam? Did you dedicate time to get involved simply to resume build or to gain experience you can not only speak on but build a passion for? Ask yourself these types of questions. Accept the challenge and watch yourself grow. Now, when I sat where you are 2 years ago, I had no idea what I wanted to study. But then I met my professors and students who were interested in the same things I was, that share the same passions as I do, and yet influenced me in different ways. The ambition I was surrounded by pushed me to learn more about myself than I ever had before, and to try to see things from all angles. People on this campus are here to contribute to your unique experience as a student, and they will surely come in all different ages, different job descriptions, and experience backgrounds. Therefore, be open to meeting new people and developing new relationships. You may even find these new connections in places you least expect, possibly by wandering the Detroit Institute of Arts, playing ping pong in the basement of the Student Center, or visiting a local coffee shop. And I might be a tad bit biased, but the Student Senate is an ideal group to get involved with to create these new relationships, as we are here to be the voice on the important issues facing higher education at Wayne State University. We work to represent students' needs across campus, from the classroom to the Board of Governors. The Student Senate is here to ensure all students can aim higher. Again, every student's experience is unique, therefore we do need your specific input to continue our efforts to make each warrior's distinct experience better. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Norhan. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. M. Roy Wilson, the 12th president of Wayne State University, and also to welcome, joining us today, President Wilson's wife, the First Lady of Wayne State University, Mrs. Jacqueline Wilson. President Wilson.
Thank you, David. Well, good morning. How many of you used this weekend to move into one of our housing options? Just raise your hands. Okay, quite a few of you. At least you had a nice weekend. Okay? And hopefully, my wife Jacqueline and I had a chance to meet many of you on Saturday as you moved in. Well, let me just say welcome again. And to our new students, there's, first of all, 7,058 new students to our campus this year, 4,726 undergrads. So you're among a lot of students. But I was thinking a little bit about my own experience a number of years ago when I was sitting where you're sitting. I was a new student to a college campus. Many of you are going to be for the first time away from home. Some of you are transferring from community colleges, and so you've had a little bit of experience at a college level, although a university is very different. And then maybe some of you have been working already and are going back to school as an adult. Whichever category you're in, you're likely to be at least a little bit anxious. I know I was when I was first dropped off in school. And I was a kind of an independent sort, but nonetheless, I remember when my parents dropped me off on a day like this, that I felt a little bit emotional. And so let me just give you just three things to remember. The first thing is that college really isn't like an extension of high school. You really do have to work hard. Okay? Work very hard. Now, second thing, even though you need to work hard, you also need to find balance. Do some other things. And you're lucky because there's so much to do around Wayne State. You're in one of the thriving cities of America. You're in the middle of a very exciting theater and sports venues, museums. We have a great Division II athletic program, one of the best in the country. We also are home to major pro sports, the Tigers, the Lions, the Red Wings. What am I missing? Yeah, the Pistons, of course. And then maybe even pro soccer coming downtown. Okay? So all of that is at your disposal. So find balance. And then the third thing, and I really mean this sincerely, thinking back in my own experience, I remember that first year, it was really hard. I was the first in my family to go to college. And I didn't know who to talk to explain how hard it was and how lonely I felt because things were so hard, because my parents didn't go to college. Some of you may be in that same situation. Ask for help. That's the third thing, okay? Ask for help, whether it's from your advisors, faculty members, fellow students. Don't be ashamed. Ask for help. Very important. And I will tell you this also, and I do mean this, so take this seriously. After you go through and try to get help if you need it, and you've gone through appropriate channels, if you still need help, just write the provost a note or even me a note. Let me know what's going on. My email is president@wayne.edu. Now, this is a big university, but each and every one of you is important to us. So we want to be helpful. So please take that advice, jot it down, and make sure that you ask for help if you need it. So again, let me just welcome all of you here. Go Warriors. Yeah, go Warriors. Work hard, find balance, ask for help. Now it's my pleasure to introduce one of our star faculty. We have so many of them. Jack Lessenberry. A native of Detroit, Lessenberry is head of the journalism faculty at Wayne State University. He also teaches history and law of journalism in issues in news media management and supervises all internships for the Department of Communication. He holds the professional journalist seat on the Wayne State University Board of Student Publications. Mr. Lessenberry is a senior news analyst at WUOM-FM, where he delivers daily essays and commentary on important Michigan issues. He is also a writer for many national and regional publications, including Vanity Fair, Esquire, George, the New York Times, the Washington Post, and the Boston Globe. Currently, he is contributing editor and columnist for the Metro Times, the Traverse City Record Eagle, Dome Magazine, and the Toledo Blade. He also serves as the Blade's writing coach and ombudsman. Lessenberry is the incoming president of the Historical Society of Michigan, a member of the Wayne State Press Board, the ACLU Advisory Board, and the Wayne State Student Newspaper Publications Board. Lessenberry has reported as foreign correspondent for an executive national editor of the Detroit News, during which time he reported from more than 40 countries. He also has worked for other newspapers in Michigan, Tennessee, and Ohio, and was editor-in-chief of both Detroit Monthly and Corporate Detroit magazines. He is a co-author of the book, The People's Lawyer, The Life and Times of Frank J. Kelly, the nation's longest-serving Attorney General, published by Wayne State University Press in September 2015. Lessenberry does occasional analysis for television stations in Detroit and won a National Emmy Award in 1995 for one of 2 frontline documentaries he helped report and produce on Dr. Jack Kevorkian. Dr. Lessenberry?
Thank you, President Wilson, for that gracious introduction and for the honor of being invited to speak on this platform. I asked him if I could live in one of these nice dorms, but he said I had to get a house. It's an honor, too, to have First Lady Jacqueline Wilson, someone who really cares about all you students here today. It's also an honor to be on this platform with so many people that I highly respect, including Provost Whitfield and the 3 deans I've worked most closely with, Dean Herron of the Honors College, Dean Strauss, and especially my own fearless leader, Matt Seeger, who's taken my own College of Fine Performing and Communication Arts to a higher level. And I have to give a shout out to our Board of Governors Chair and my close friend and baseball buddy, Sandra Hughes O'Brien, who I can honestly tell you cares passionately about Wayne State students. But as much as I admire all these folks, I'm not really interested in talking about them today or talking to them. I'm interested in talking to you folks starting here as new students this fall. And I want to let you in on a secret. You are way more important than they are, and especially way more important than I am, because you're the future. And you have picked the best place in Michigan to begin or continue your education, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, every faculty member at this university is a legitimate expert in something. I'm an expert of sorts on the state of Michigan, its politics and government, including education. As the President graciously mentioned, I've been a writer and editor from many publications, from the New York Times to the Detroit News, and now get to run my mouth every day on public radio statewide, in addition to what I do here. I went as an undergraduate to Michigan State University and as a graduate student to the University of Michigan, and I've taught here for almost a quarter of a century. And I can tell you in all honesty that in many ways, Wayne State is the best university in the state to get an education. Michigan has a large network of universities, but 3 outshine the rest and have a special place in our state constitution: the U of M, Michigan State, and Wayne State. They're what are called the constitutional universities. They're all superb institutions that can launch you on virtually any career path you choose. But only Wayne State is embedded in a major city. Not only a major city, but perhaps the most interesting city in the nation right now. Detroit is coming back, big time. The world is looking at Detroit. You ever see Philadelphia in the news? No. The place to be is Detroit. Metropolitan Detroit is exploding with opportunities for internships and jobs and life-changing experiences. Ann Arbor and East Lansing can't compete with that. You can get a 4-year degree here, one of the best educations in the nation, for about $20,000 less than you spend at MSU. You'll learn about diversity here in a way few Americans ever do. You'll be in classes with people of not only many different ethnicities and backgrounds, but also ages. I have students in their 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s, and that makes for a far more interesting and fertile intellectual mix than you see on most college campuses. If any of you or your parents have safety concerns, I can tell you that my wife is exactly 5 feet tall, and she earned a master's degree at Wayne when she was in her 50s, taking almost all-night classes, and she was never the least bit worried about being on campus at night. I think she was far more worried I'd get in trouble trying to cook for myself at home. And she was right. If any of you are wondering whether all the work and expenses are worth it, let me tell you this. One of my favorite students' boyfriend just graduated from Wayne with an engineering degree, and he came to me last week with a problem. He'd been offered 3 different jobs, 2 at starting salaries of $70,000 and 1 at $80,000, and he wanted my advice on which one to take. I said, I'm changing my major. In journalism, we see $80,000 as a lifetime financial, not really. The National Center for Education Statistics reports that someone with a bachelor's degree will make, in the course of their lifetime, more than $1 million more over their life than someone with just a high school education. Now, but that's not, in my view, the best reason to graduate from Wayne State or any other university. It's because, I can tell you, the happiest people are those who love what they do, who have a career rather than a job, and this place can start you on the path to doing that. One of my journalism students, by the way, who graduated 3 years ago, is now a copy editor at the Washington Post, where she sometimes edits stories and works with Bob Woodward of Woodward and Bernstein of Watergate fame. Another young man graduated last year after being an intern in the White House, and then he went to work for Hillary Clinton and he was with her on election night. He didn't get the full-time job in the White House he was expecting, but he's now a top aide to Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan. He is also the first member of his family to graduate from college, and he is today just 22 years old. You can achieve your dreams, and you can do that here. You can do anything starting from here. Now, let me give you a little advice. I know you've got a lot of really old people giving you advice, but we were young once. Realize, as the President said, you're going to have to work hard in your classes, far harder than you ever worked before, but now for a reason and a purpose. On a job, you get paid in money. Here, you get paid in credits and credentials and eventually degrees, so you never again have to say, do you want fries with that? The most important thing in life is to love what you do. And I can tell you that most of you don't really know yet what you want to do. So experiment a little bit. Challenge yourself. If you think you want to be a scientist, fine, but take a literature course. If you think you want to be a writer or an English teacher, take a science elective. Find out who some of our really great teachers are and take a class from them if you can, no matter what the class is. Pay attention, above all, to our wonderful academic advisors. Meet with them every semester if you can. They will save you time, aggravation, and money. You are, by the way, going to screw up. You're going to make mistakes. I did. Everybody does. Don't let it get you down or keep you down. Finally, enjoy the experience of being a student. I know most of you have to work besides going to school. So did I. But spend some time down here, enjoy the wonderful, vibrant world that's Wayne State and metropolitan Midtown Detroit, get involved with student organizations, take part in things, and yes, question authority. Just not anything I say. These should be some of the best years of your life. Wayne State University is a place that will prepare you for the rest of your life if you take advantage of it. And we up here are here to help you, and we're excited to see how your lives and academic careers turn out. We want you to do well so we can get Social Security. Thank you all very, very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Lessenberry, for helping us start the semester in a great way. Now, we're going to do a virtual experiment. So, in a second, I am going to ask all the students in this room to rise, and we also have lots of folks watching it in DeRoy auditoriums in our overflow. We want to give a shout out to them, and we're going to ask them to rise as well. Then all of us who are not students are going to applaud and welcome our new class. So Everybody here stand. Everybody in overflow, please stand. All the first-year students, please stand. All the new students. Everybody join me in applauding. Thank you all so much. Welcome to our new warriors. Our sincere thanks to the members of the Wayne State University Warrior Marching Band. Weren't they awesome warming us up this morning? They are under the direction of Professor Matthew Youngglove, and you'll hear them on game days. They are fantastic. And also many thanks to Jonathan Lash, Applied Faculty and Voice from the Department of Music. He was wonderful too. Now, as we close the program, I have a few announcements as we continue. First, we want to give another shout out and hello to all the folks in the overflow rooms, and thank you for joining us. Number two, so as you know, because of the weather, we had to cancel this afternoon's festival. And I joined many in disappointed, but of course the weather was not cooperating with us. However, when one has lemons, you turn them into lemonade. And we have two very exciting events that are coming up for you where we're going to continue the spirit of festival. On Saturday, September 9th, is our first home football game against the University of Indianapolis. It's a 6 o'clock start. Well, we have a great tradition of tailgating in front of Mathi before our football games. Tailgating starts at 2. The festivities and the food and the fun and the activities of festival are going to be held at the tailgate party. So it is a free tailgate party with food and fun and great time. Now, students, you get in free to all Warrior athletic events with your one card, and parking for game days is also free. So come on down. Parents, family members, friends, join us too. We would love to have you for that party and for the game. We're working out some discounts for you to come in and cheer on our Warriors. Football games are a great time. It's a great community feeling. And so I encourage all of you to come on down 2 o'clock on Saturday, September 9th. Look for more information in your emails. And students, you've got to check your Wayne State email. If you need to, forward it to your Gmail, but use your Wayne State email, because if not, you won't find out what's going on and you won't hear from your advisors and professors and others. So that's number one on the 9th. Now, number two, we have a tradition during Warrior Days week, which is the week of the September 11th. We have an event called Student Organizations Day. We have lots of student orgs and university departments. Well, everyone who is going to be at Festival this afternoon getting you involved is going to be at Student Organizations Day and more. So that is from 11 to 2 on Wednesday, September 13th. Again, we're going to have food, fun, activities, ways to get involved on campus. So please come to Student Organizations Day, and family members, you're welcome to come too. We'd love to have everyone. So the spirit of today keeps on rolling. And then lastly, the fourth announcement is for those of you who are new students to the Irvin D. Reed Honors College, your convocation ceremony will begin in this room at 12 noon. Stick around, take a break. Back in this room at 12 noon, Dean Herron and his staff in the Irvin D. Reed Honors College will welcome you to the honors experience. So with that concludes this morning's ceremony. I will remind you, as many have reminded you today, that classes start bright and early tomorrow morning. but we are so excited for the school year. We hope that you are as excited as all of us are. With that, we thank you so much for coming. Go Warriors!